It's true. And this is really where, Roland, you've identified the real, and that is we don't have a firm grasp of long range thinking that then gets back mapped into bite sized, step by step strategy. The purebred religious racists, and I call them religious racists because they're religious extremists. Russell Vogt, Kevin Roberts, and so many others associated with Quarterbacks of Project 2025, which people look at as a political document, and it is, but it's been driven by a white nationalist, cultural, theocratic foundation. What we're seeing in Texas is anti-black racism being the jet fuel for this type of political strategy. Now, of course, a lot has been made of the fact that this proposed redistricting would create some Latino plurality districts
Yeah,
that would
five.
make
Greg
it
Abbott
look on
says
its surface
5
as if
Republican-leaning Latino districts.
right. But the problem is that now these white nationalists have moved to cracking and packing Latinos. And they are relying on anti-black racism to uh, to to inform enough people in the Spanish-speaking community in that now Latino plurality state of Texas to peel off those votes by having these people vote against black people. Now, then, what should our response be? Well, if we had a long-range view, we would understand a couple of things. Number one, white nationalism is permanent in this country; it is foundational to the country. And number two, you can't appeal to white nationalists to attempt to beat white nationalism by appealing to white nationalists.
Right.
So your long range would be to break the back of white nationalism by embracing a black first strategy. And then the bite-sized steps in terms of implementing that long-range vision in a step-by-step process, is to say, as black people, we represent the of black people first, but that black first strategy also benefits everyone else. Now, what do I mean? So when you go to now a Latino plurality district, a new one, you say, look, these white nationalists hate you. They've cracked and packed your district. And some of y'all hate us. I'm not here to make you like me. I'm not here to convince you that I'm a human being. I'm here to say that you are a racist, but now you're a racist with a food bill that has exploded. Now you're a racist with a power bill that has exploded. And campaign for you to like me, what I'm going to say is that the people who hate me hate you as well. And if
Boom.
we come together, you can still with a lower medical bill, a lower electricity bill, and we can have a beer and fight each other in the street, and that's just fine. But what we have to understand is we got to stop pretending as if we can woo voters already who don't participate, but the ones who do, quit pretending as if we can woo voters by somehow gussying ourselves up, washing our faces and combing our hair in a certain way and saying, kee hee, see, we're harmless. No, you got to fight these people. I like the way that
Right.
shows up. And I'm saying that's a winning strategy, even with white nationalists who will say, I hate you, but I'm still going to vote for you because I can hate you in a house where my heating bill and my cooling bill isn't exploding. That's how you implement a long range strategy in a short range fashion. But in order to do that, we've got to look long range. And long range is this a white nationalist country, and it's always going to be one.
So to close this out, and Reesa made this point. Congressional districts are gerrymandered. State rep districts are gerrymandered. State Senate districts are gerrymandered. But you can't gerrymander in the presidential race, or the United States Senate, or the governor, or the Attorney General, or the Secretary of State, or the Land Commissioner, or seats on the Texas Supreme Court. Those are all statewide seats. And so I have been saying this to Greg's point about black first. Y'all, and can't nobody say I ain't been saying this, but I've been real clear why you must give your money to Black Voters Matter. Give the money to black groups that are mobilizing black people on the ground. How many times have y'all heard me
Yes.
say that if we vote at 70% of our capacity, if we vote at 70% of our capacity against these white nationalists in Texas, and let's be real clear, y'all, George W. Bush beat Governor Ann Richards. Then when he ran a second time, he ran against what they call a unity ballot. You had a rich Latino banker running for governor. You had a black man who was mayor of Dallas and Ron Kirk running for United States Senate. And then you had a white man in John Sharp who was running, I think it was for lieutenant governor. And guess what? They all lost. So they presented this multiracial coalition. And Republicans have controlled Texas politics for the last 25 years. They own it. Mm-hmm. Every statewide office. And the reason they keep winning, there are multiple reasons. But one of the reasons is that the 254 counties in Texas, Democrats only have 81 county offices. That's one. But the second reason is because malaise. People have just been so upset. Well, we can't do anything. When Beto lost against Greg Abbott, 75% of young people under the age of 30
That's right.
did not vote. Texas has more eligible black voters than any state in America. Texas is an unorganized state. It is a state that's not been mobilized. And what I'm saying to black people, if any black member allows them to have a quorum, you primary them and you take them out. But then what you do is you absolutely take out Ken Paxton or John Cornyn for United States Senate. And then what you do is you take out, in 2028,
that's right,
you take out Abbott. You spend the next 3 years mobilizing that state and telling folk, y'all still want to live underneath this here? You mobilize young women to say,
right,
do you see how many women in Texas are dying because of these anti-abortionists, literally dying because they're being denied services when they have complications from pregnancy? Do y'all understand that I have a niece who is due, my oldest niece, my grandparents' oldest grandchild, who is due in November? I'm fucking scared to death because these assholes, if anything happens with her pregnancy, because of these assholes, she may not get the proper care because of the laws that they have established. See, to Greg's point, to a lot of folk, the shit ain't real till it get personal. And so earlier today, I was sitting in the chat and some folks were like, man, Roland, I understand, but you want the folks to do this here and do that here, but a lot of us are comfortable. I said, God damn it, I ain't comfortable. I said, because I pay the taxes on a house in Dallas County that my parents live in. And when I go home, and I've got family reunions, and when I sit here, and again, 9 nieces, 4 nephews, when I look at family members who are all in Texas, God damn it, that's blood, sweat that's in that fucking soil. And when I look at people today, give up this easy, when I look at people today, and you tell me that you ran for office to stand and fight for folk, and all you could do is last for 2 weeks, and when I hear Sinfronia Thompson, who's a running buddy of my grandmother, who says, you ain't gonna look for me, I will show you the map to come to my house. Don't tell me you're going to walk back willingly to the state capitol. Don't tell me you're going to sit here and say, well, we're going to go over there and we fight. No, you're not. And if you didn't want to fight, then goddamn it, leave. Let somebody else in that position. Because what we are talking about is a battle that's generational. What we are talking about right now, go to my iPad, the United States Supreme Court is going to reconsider the congressional district in Louisiana, and they literally are going to rule against race-based congressional districts. And I need all of y'all to understand that what is on the ballot is they could wipe out with one goddamn ruling more than 30 black congressional seats. That means right now the Congressional Black Caucus is the largest caucus in the United States Congress, and this Supreme Court could literally wipe out half of the damn Congressional Black Caucus. So don't tell me you're being too emotional. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. Right now, they're looking to wipe out Congressman Cleaver in Missouri. They're looking to wipe out Congresswoman Sykes in Ohio. They've already wiped out a black seat in Florida. I've told y'all repeatedly that they want to defund black America. They want to take everything economically, everything politically, academics, business. They want Jim Crow 2.0 to return. And what you had better understand is read a goddamn history book. Because this is exactly what happened after the 1875 decision. This is exactly what happened after Plessy versus Ferguson, when they wiped out black representation in Congress. Go read the speech of that last black Republican who was from North Carolina. The reason the Congressional Black Caucus Phoenix Awards is called that because he said to them, you may wipe us out now, but we're going to rise like a phoenix. Every single one of y'all watching, y'all want to understand why I'm trying to tell y'all, stop sitting here debating this bullshit, LeBron and MJ, and we talk about dance and everything. These white nationalists literally are trying to wipe out every black advancement that we have seen, not since the Civil Rights Movement, but since Reconstruction. This is not a drill. This is reality. You had better understand, I'm not going to be silent while it happens. And if you are black, if you're unwilling to fight, if you ain't got the spirit of Shirley Chisholm, of being unbought and unbossed, well, get your ass out the way and let some folks in who are ready to do battle. I'll be back.
This week on the other